Good morning. Good morning. It has been a wild, wild week or wild month, I guess. Lord, did you get a chance or did you do anything with VCIG yesterday? That was the probably the scalper's dream yesterday. Anywhere you bought it was just going up. Let's see analytics. There we go. Nope. And I was gonna go over the reasons why I didn't take it. Um, I saw it, and I was looking at it. I was like, this thing is it's getting volume in pre-market. It's got all these different things that I look for, but the setup, it's like not giving any dips. It was just boom, 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 higher and higher. It's like I don't know about this. I don't know. I like to see dips on higher time frames. Especially on something like that. I mean, if it's really good, it's gonna give you multiple chances to enter. That thing gave no chances. That thing was higher, higher, higher. And so I'm like, okay, well, if the shorts are getting blown out like this, how much more aggressive are they going to be to the downside on a move like this? And so that was my kind of my big question there. What kind of emotions is this going to spur in the shorts? I was talking to Rooster, I Rooster or Reliable Rudy. He comes in here, and he was telling me, man, you just got to jump in there. I'm like, no, I want something calculated. I want something really, especially with something that volatile on weak news blasting off like that. The only thing that really gave it backbone on yesterday was that keyword that it used AI. But what they're doing is they're actually distributing the AI. They're not building it or anything. They're basically getting somebody else's product and distributing the AI. I'm like, how, I mean, is that worth this move that is showing us? I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Live analysis. Tags. Let's see. Okay. That's that. All right, so let's jump on into this stuff. So right now we're looking at Street Smart or not Street Smart TOS, and this is our current watch list. Seeing Tesla leading the day. Of course, pre-market plays a big part of my trade or what I'm looking for and what kind of news is coming out. And right now we see a lot of the higher floats. We do have OCEA up 37%, which is kind of running down Tesla right now. The news on that one, they announced a share price target to increase to 17 point or $17.63 cents by the Fundamental Research Corp on results for independent study showing glioblastoma tumor suppression. Okay, so that is a whole lot of tongue twister. Okay, so 17 and that's moving it from March 2023 from 1640 up to the 1763 target. Let's look at what else it's got out here. It's not too much. Just got that glioblastoma tumor suppression and received the patents and recent financing. Now, the financing would be something that people would probably be interested in. I wonder what kind of financing that they receive. Let's look back through here. Ocean Biomedical, okay, patent granted in Brazil. Announces malaria vaccine patent granted in Brazil, 25th patent allowance. Okay. They got some kind of new. Oh, what's up, DBX? Wait a minute. Is that Daniel B or is that a new person? Is that somebody else that has DBX as initials? Because Daniel B, I don't know. I don't know. Last time I saw Daniel B, I think it was like I forgot what his name was. It was like Daniel or not. It was something. I forget. He's got like 30 accounts, so it's hard to keep up. This may be 31. But yeah, let's go into oh, what I was looking at yesterday on V. This is OCEA. We'll definitely be looking at that one. It's up 37% with 4 million shares traded on it, $7.27. Let's go ahead and look at that one on the daily chart and see if we can find any obvious levels that it could attack today. So it closed yesterday at 532 and it has jumped all the way up here to 735. So up in this range somewhere. Looking at it, looks like it had a recent throw up to what, 12, 12, almost $12 flat. Came back into this range right around the $8. So we may see some resistance there at $8. If we stretch this back, let's see, extend to the left. Any obvious touching points here? So it came down to $3, came back down to $4.65, and it has a couple of gaps and gap fills in these levels. So, but $8 is looking like a spot to watch on today. And we'll definitely see that. It's probably not definitely see that, but we'll definitely be watching for that $8 test. It says 762 right now in pre-market. Looks like it's going to become the #1 on the day and continuing to push up. I mean, nothing but green here in pre-market. Very strong pre-market, getting some volume in there, getting the votes of the people, and being a pretty high percent gainer. Definitely an abnormal gainer on the day. Looking at it on the scans. DBX, he said it's Daniel B. Doing good. We're doing good. You know, analyzing the market, trying to capitalize on plays. As of right now, where I sit, I am green on the year, and my win rate is about, it's like 67 something percent. It's like right under 70%. I pretty much limited my trades, or not really limited, but the setup that I'm looking for, I take about maybe 6 trades in a month, and I just realized that it's, you know, it's one of those things. I want the market to feed me, and I want it to be something that is, possible in the market to do. Looking at OCEA though, this big jump up looks like its average true range is what, 69 cents. So we'll see what the open looks like. We have about 20 minutes to the opening bell. Yesterday the mover was VCIG. Very unpredictable movement. On the daily chart, let me go out here to the daily chart. Where is it? VCIG. On the daily chart, what I was looking at yesterday, I was like, okay, so I see this previous pop up to 24. It somehow lost all this value back to $3, right? And then I saw some other pops here from what, $4 up to $6, gave it back. 341 up to 584, gave it back. I was like, man, this thing is giving back. And this is one of the things that I was talking about in my when I did my video on some of the things that I'm looking for in my rule set over here. I was like, okay, so I know I'm looking for things above $2, looking for some high relative volume, looking for a ticker, number 3, looking for a ticker without a history of giving back gains, aka pump and dump. I want a ticker with obvious support levels or resistance levels on the daily charts, preferably an abnormally large percent gainer on the day. Tickers under 100 million in the float. It's got to have some type of catalyst. And then the competing tickers on the day, whether they be small cap, large cap, mid cap, whatever they are, cannot be doubling or tripling the volume of whatever I'm looking at with catalyst. If they're on continuation, okay, I'll still be in there. But if they have catalyst and they are absolutely stomping on the neck of the ticker that I'm interested in trading, I'm not touching that. And then I was playing around with different equations. I had talked to a couple people and they were like, "Man, how do you even start on like trying to do share size? How do you even put together like a starting point for share size?" And so I was just playing around with an equation there, and I had posted it in the video that I went over. And this is just some factors that I look forward to either cause for increase of size or decrease of size based on various factors. So basically a starting point for, hey, what share size should you use for day trading based on your account size and all of that. And then, you can go from there based on your statistics. But anyway, looking at the current market that we're in, let's go back and jump into Yahoo. This is Daniel B's best friend, Powell. Daniel B sends Powell those kickbacks so he can move the market how Daniel B wants. And it's always a great show between those two guys. Let's see, Finviz. The AI boom will stay with the S&P 500, says one of the most pessimistic Wall Street firms heading, whatever. Costco, a lawmaker, lights up Twitter by saying she spent nearly $800 at Costco. What does that even mean? That whatever. How is she gonna light up Twitter for spending I don't know. I'm not even gonna read into it. Elon Musk meets India's Modi, hints to Tesla expansion. Okay. That's market. So some of the sites that I use to kind of look at the market news and check out the financials of different companies: BAM SEC, MarketWatch.com, ShortSqueeze.com, Nash Trader, Trader Halts is how I keep up with the halts during the day. Finviz, and I kind of back check between all of them because some of them sometimes they have inconsistencies in their data. And I'd rather know about those inconsistencies than not, so I just check them all and kind of see where all they stand and what all has been updated. Let's jump back out here to Street Smart Edge. And where is that mover? I haven't even put it on here. OCEA is it? Or have I? Yeah. 46% up here. Killing the game, and we will go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup. CVS popped off. Microsoft is coming up. Oracle. So we're seeing some higher float movers taking the center stage in the top 10 volume movers. Oracle. And let's go ahead and check these for any kind of catalyst over here. Starting with Oracle. Oh yeah, DB says he's doing fantastic in the market. Doing absolutely fantastic. Let's see. It sounds like I'm doing the same thing I'm doing, or same thing you told me to do 2 years ago. Well, I got more data and I had to check things out, and kind of just take my time. And the thing is, in the market, when you come in purely to just take, and you're always like in the mode of survival, that's when you starve. But if you come into the market and treat it like, how could I say it? What's the word I'm looking for? You treat it like a resource rather than some kind of empty bowl where you're constantly looking for the last piece of rice. It's more like a full born or a full what do they call where they keep the grain and stuff? It's a full storehouse, right? And you just go in there and get you a little bit out of the storehouse and you walk away, right? You don't have unlimited access. The storehouse is very risky, but once you're in there, take what you can. You don't need to overfill your bag because you may get chased down by the wolves. You need to be able to move and get on down. So I just looking at the market a little bit differently, just based on the data points that I've had and just analyzing my previous trades. And actually, the biggest thing that changed it is managing the emotions in the trade. So actually learning, okay, when this happened, how did this make me feel? When this happened, what did this FOMO do to me? What did this big drop do to me? What was my thoughts in this moment? Like taking notes in that way, you kind of start to realize you be like, oh, I didn't even need to do that. I cut my foot off. Oh boy. So, just kind of thinking a little bit deeper into me as a person or me as a trader rather than everybody else. And then once you get that data, then see, okay, how did everyone else react to this? Was this even a warranted reaction? Or was this an overreaction? What was this? Why did people do this? I don't know. But it's just, you just start to just have time to think in the market. And that's the thing. Most of the times, FOMO and all these things, they rush your thinking process. But, it's easy to get clapped up. Jump over here, Street Smart. Oh, I was looking at the Catalyst. That's what I was looking at. So Oracle news from yesterday. Oracle addresses European data privacy and sovereignty requirements with new EU sovereignty. Oracle unusual options activity for June 20th. Okay, not anything crazy. Microsoft has a little bit of press today. Investors are putting America first again. Volatility index drops. Checkpoint Software Inc.'s deal with Everphone to offer protection to smartphones. But what is going on? I don't see anything Microsoft specific with Microsoft just sticking out on it. PLTR, of course, that's like a meme stock now. GRNQ is pretty much the only low float that's up here. Got 1 million shares. Not really loving that one or the news on it. Let's see, Mara, the crypto. A lot of the cryptos fell this past month, and I sold a lot of my crypto positions, a lot. And I was like, oh well, I'm the type. I'm like, okay, if I see a big wave coming, I'm not gonna wait until the wave is literally in my back pocket to take action. I'm gonna say, okay, let me be proactive, go ahead and manage what I got, and then I'll reevaluate because I don't know what that wave's gonna do. That wave may have metal in it. That wave may have everything in it to kill me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and take a few steps back from the bank of the ocean and try to find a tree to get behind or something and kind of shield myself because opportunities are gonna come every single day. Opportunities are everywhere. So I'm like, why put myself in the position to be an opportunity for somebody else? They're like, oh, there's somebody sitting there. Let me absolutely stomp on their spinal cord. Let me look at NIO. China extends. What's up, Reliable Rudy in the house? Reliable. I see SPCE is still up there on the charts. I don't know if you're gonna take trades on that, but it's got 4 million shares traded on it right now, and it was definitely moving yesterday. OCEA has taken that top spot on the top volume movers. And we'll go and look into that. See, SPCE did. We were looking at it yesterday. I think it was at like 550-ish, and it was kind of just grinding higher, but it did get over $6. Tesla. I really hate reading some of the news on the meme stocks. They're just so irrelevant, so random. It's like, does this even matter? Give me Tesla's news. But I guess I could get a subscription for a paid service and get some more in-depth news on the specific company, but I just don't want to. I'd rather just be like, okay, if it's gonna stand out, it's gonna stand out, and if not, oh well. But yeah, I'm definitely watching OCEA into the open. Yep. Now, one thing that I have been doing is building a dividend portfolio. And actually, the way that I'm doing it, instead of just buying the price where the dividend is, I'm looking to buy, I'm putting my limit orders at previous support levels. So basically, my orders are just out there sitting, waiting to be filled. And, I don't have to really watch it. It's just a longer term build up of a dividend portfolio. And the reason why I have I have three other dividend portfolios, but they're managed professionally. So I really don't have to do anything with them. But I was like, you know what? I want to try this for myself. And I want to put something together that for myself and let it feed any other investments that I want to take. Because, I mean, why not, right? If I got time, and I know how to look at the charts and do all this stuff. Like, let me just take a stab at it and start to build a portfolio that will be kind of like what they call it, a custodian account for everything else. Any kind of, just not really an emergency, but like, just funds coming in, because that's basically what a dividend is, or a dividend ticker, anything that's going to be paying you out over for holding their stock. You're basically buying income. But let's see. Looking down through the chats. Oh yeah, Jim's in here. DB said, "Hell, I read a great book about market side." That is one thing that I've actually been I haven't really read a lot of books, but just looking at over my trading and looking at the cycles in the market, I've noticed that as well. The different times of the year, the different market cycle. And it's not even just really the different times of the year. Um, it's like psychological cycles too. It's like what people are doing in their daily lives based on weather patterns, based on whatever. I mean, it's so many variables to take into consideration in a cycle. It just it's hard to just nail down, like 10. Be like, oh yeah, these are the 10 variables that are going to change your life in trading. It's really not that cut and dry. It's like there are different variables that come into play, different times, different everything. So I don't know. It just depends. But yeah, I see that it says highly recommending read Howard Marks Mastering the Market Cycles. I think you will like it. I trading once a week. Exactly. That's what I'm doing. That's literally once or twice a week. It first of all, it reduces the risk. Second of all, you're not gonna find a plus setup every single day. So it's like, what am I doing in those other when I'm taking 100 trades, or 200 trades? How many of those trades are exposing me to unnecessary risk? Is what I think about. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. You're increasing risk, and it could be on a bad risk management system, because if you're having to increase your trading pattern and we know that A plus setups don't come every day, that means a lot of those trades are bad trades. Maybe C, D trades, F trades, a lot of those, and then maybe like 20% B and A trades. So it's like I want to figure out why the 20% is the 20% and focus on those. Oh, right. Let's see. Reliable says, "What do you mean managed professionally?" Reliable is managed professionally. Like it's an account that is it's dividend, well, one of them's dividend based. What I mean is by managed professionally is I don't have to do anything to add tickers to it. It's managed by a bank, managed by a financial system to put dividend stocks in there for me. Um, let's see. Yeah. DBX is Daniel B. Um, and Reliability says he disagrees. Of course, Reliable takes 3,000 trades a day, so he disagrees with the strategy of decreasing trading and reducing risk. He says, "Hey, if it looks like a star, a shooting star, take your shot." And that is one strategy. That's a way to look at the market. I mean, I really don't think anything is wrong with your trading strategy unless you're failing. If you're succeeding, taking as many shots as possible, expending your psychological and mental fortitude, taking all those trades, you do you. It's working. You have the results, and this is that's another thing. Your results, your statistics. What are your data analysis saying? Like I was saying earlier, I'm 65% win rate. So it's like I'm right around, like when I do take a trade, it's like I'm like I have a really good not really good feeling, but a really good history taking these type of trades. And I expect them to act this type of way. Now, if they do not act that type of way, there comes my risk management system. Let's go ahead and manage that risk, right? Cuz why not? I rather, you know, risk tolerance is something that's definitely changed for me as well over the years since I started trading until now. Because when I started trading, I was not doing what I'm doing today. I was not working and or not really not working, but I wasn't working at the level that I'm working at today. So being a starving person in the market, like I was saying earlier, it's just changed for me. I'm not really starving. I'm like, if it happens, it happens. I'm gonna take this trade. This is what I've been looking for. If it doesn't, I'm out. I'm Gucci. So it's not like I'm just a freaking wizard. I just think differently now. But I do still enjoy the market. Do still enjoy observing how the market moves, how the even when I and that's the thing. Even when I'm not trading, I'm still watching the market. I'm still involved. I'm still, I talk to Reliable and Donnell all the time in the Discord and everything while I'm not streaming and while I'm just, at work or whatever. They're like, "Hey, did you see? Oh, we're going coming into the open as well. Let's jump up here to OCEA to see what it was going to do." But I'm in the wrong account. But yeah, definitely just taking my time and enjoying the market, enjoying talking to different traders, whether it's Reliable or whether it's Lori, DB, whoever I'm talking to. I rather enjoy the environment than stress out and be, clenched up all the time. Cool, calm, and collected. Looking at TOS, we can see that this level of the $8 that I was talking about earlier is coming into play. The $8 level had definitely been tested, but it wasn't like crazy obvious, but it's something that could cause a little bit of fear. The $8 whole dollar resistance level. The high in the pre-market was 814. And we'll wait to see what this thing. Ooh, getting on down there away from that 8. Okay. Nice, nice. And we'll see if anything new pops up on the scans as well. Reliable says on a side note, ASTS throw it on watch today. Nice gap up from the 532s average for me. So obviously I'm in a different scenario, but I've been talking about that trend line, and it had going. Let me go and look at ASTS. Let's see what you got going over here. So ASTS is what he was calling out. What is this? Space Mobile, man. You are into these space techs, aren't you? Space stocks. One day we will get to Mars, right? Space Mobile announces collaboration with TIM. That was back in February. Announces teaming agreement with Fairway. So they got a lot of teamwork going on and networking. What kind of production? What are they producing though? Directly from space. So this is 4G capabilities to everyday smartphones directly from space. All right, right now it says 630s. And like on a stock like this, what I'm doing, especially with my dividend plays, what I'm doing with my entries, I'm looking for a good level of support. Like let's say, where's a good level of support here on ASTS that's been touched multiple times? Like 716 across here, maybe a level, but it's not super obvious. Kind of hard to see a super obvious one right here, but they got one at 388 right here. So I would throw an order out at 388, just a limit order. And I'm just talking about strategy. I'm not talking about I'm actually doing this on ASTS. I don't know enough about this stock, but I'm looking for those supports to get filled. And even if they do continue down, I'm not really worried because I'm entering very small positions and building into a position, right? Oh wow, hold up. Let's jump over here to OCEA, which is on a death move away from that $8 that we saw earlier. Tesla reclaiming the top position on the day. I see RIVN up on the scans. That's Daniel B's baby, Rivian. RIVN jumping up. Let me go and add that one. RIVN, Rivian, and Nvidia coming up as well. All right. Let's see. Riot, Nvidia, SoFi is still up there. Mara, NIO. Okay. So looking pretty good. But OCEA definitely taking a nice little dump there. What level could OCEA come down to for support? Is it a obvious level? So it had a low here of 306. Had a little bit of what looks like support, maybe at the 5, right under the $5. But between this, where would obvious support be? The 6, I mean, this right here where it pulled down to last time, what, 675 could be something, but it's not super obvious based on all of this, based on all of the candles here. So I'll put 675 as a maybe. 675 breakdown, 670. We'll see what kind of action it gets at the bottom of that candle. What is it? 650 is the absolute bottom of that candle, and then re-entering the previous levels would be like 632 down here. So I'm looking at 675, 650, and 630s. See what kind of reaction it gets and if it starts to slow down in this area. But anyway, still up 32% on the day. Not horrible, not a horrible movement. Only down what, 8%. So still got a lot of range there. 13 million shares traded on it. Tesla continuing to get ready to get up. Let's look at what the overall SPY is doing. The SPY coming back down to this level that it had at a low of yesterday, 435.33s. Retesting this level. This is the beginning of the day, so I wouldn't be just super confident in this level just yet, with it just being tested a day ago. But it does look like in this level it has already had some bounces out of this level. So could it continue? Possibly, but I would say definitely manage your risk and have a plan. Let's see. Donnell says looking for good support on OSIA. Yeah, I'm thinking down here, and the way it's going is so volatile to these lows, but I don't know if this is an actual low. The the low down here of like 467 is way more obvious, but for a day trade, you don't want to see this thing fall all the way to 471. Nobody's buying that. So I would say I would look for this gap fill here to see if it starts to slow down. And let me actually move those levels over to Street Smart so I can have them over here as well. Levels of 675. Actually, I draw it on the hour chart. Support 675, which it looks like it's coming to very quickly. Next one is 650. Actually, I put that in as support, but remember what I said I was going to do. I'm going to put these in as white lines because I don't know what they are yet. They may be support, they may be resistance, but these are just thinking lines, right? Maybe there's something there. Let's put another one horizontal at the 650s. Because we don't know what they're going to do. We can't be concrete on that. Oh yeah, that is support. No, it's not obvious, so it's not support. And then the next one, I guess I'll put it at 625. I guess it's the top of this candle was what, 630s, but I'll put it at 625. If it breaks 625, I mean it might be just done for the day. Put another 625s there. And we'll make that a nice little white line and see what happens in that gap. So looking for that gap to get some play. Let's go ahead and look at what else is on the menu. Mara not looking super attractive, but definitely 10 million shares. SPCE, we were watching this one yesterday go up, taking a little bit of a dip down, had a previous obvious level that looks like the 475 that was a hold point. Could be a new entry. You just got to be patient for it to get down there. But yeah, looks okay. NIO getting on up there. I think they had some kind of news. They had some kind of EV news. PLTR, SoFi, the one that broke my heart. Rivian coming into indecision candle on the hour chart. Riot, Nvidia. Nvidia, just hold your levels, baby. Hold them levels. I'm still holding my BMR position as well. Looking for Nvidia to hold over 400. Appreciate that. Let's jump back out here to OSIA. Looking for it to come down and test these levels here. Let's see who subscribed. That was Evac McKemma. Evac McKemma. Appreciate that over on Twitch. Let's see. All right. So right now, and another thing that I kind of keep on my charts is the VWAP. Me and Reliable, we go back and forth on the VWAP. He's like, man, you don't need it. I'm like, yes, you don't need it, but it's good to know where the people are. There's so many people and institutions that use it, but you don't need it. You don't really need anything but the candlesticks, right? Um, and we're getting the push down to the first level that I have here is 675. We'll see what kind of action happens at that 675 level. Will it get a small pop? There may be a level to play off of 675 if you're doing some very quick scalping. But with how it's looking right now on the hour chart, you never know. Big red. The previous top of this candle was what, 781 for a little bit of resistance here. And now there is 680s. So it's almost to that 675 level. And I just wanted to see how it was going to play in this gap. Now, looking at TOS, it has definitely moved down quite a bit here from the eights, almost $1 move for the shorts down here. So, interesting level here coming in to the bottom of the body of this previous candle. And this candle is kind of like out by itself and has a gap, so it's kind of questionable. Let me put this one right here. Whoops. This candle right here is the one in question. So it's bouncing up there. Didn't quite test the exact bottom. Looks like it's finding a little bit of bounce at that $7 whole dollar resistance. We'll see if it can get a continuation push downwards. And I am a long trader. I don't go short. I'm just going long. So I'm looking for long positions to play relief bounces on some of these. But we'll see about that one. NVIDIA continuing to go down and test that what looks like the 430. Riot. I think Reliable, didn't you say you're going to be playing some oil stocks or something, or are you already in your oil stocks that you're going to be playing? Oil is went all the way down to the 67s on this last one, has been holding the 65s quite well, continues to just come down to this level and never really breaks. It just holds that 65 and bounces back into this range. And so that pattern there is something that continues to happen. And it seems like there's some kind of flattening that is coming, but it's not really clear what's going to happen in the future. It kind of just looks like it's flattening out above that 65 level. Trader Blaze, AHI pre-market break. Let's go to AHI. Where is that? 229, and it is into a halt as well. 229 with 34 million shares. It's not even on my scans because it just broke over 2. My scans are set up to look over 2, so it'll be on the scans now. But we'll see how it holds up that $2. Does it have any kind of news on that? We'll see. It's got 34 million, so it's definitely, yep, there it is. Just popped on my scans right there. 209 right there. So got some shit. Let's look at the, oh, wow, it just opened up. Okay. AHI just opened up. Let's flip over here to the daily chart and look at what we got here. Now, remember, I think I was watching this one at some point, and I had already previously put out a level there of the $2, right around the $2, and was looking for it to hold the 2 first. So we'll see. This is his first day getting back over 2. Had a gap up, went up to what, almost $4, and gap down, and now it's back up here over the 2, with 38 million shares traded. And let's go ahead and, did it go into another halt? Looks like it's halting again at the 256. Yeah, looks like it's halting again. Let's go and do some reading on this one. AHI. Right now, do they have news on the day? Shares trading higher after the company signed. Wait, no. Shares trading higher after the company signed a letter of intention with UAE-based eScript medicine management company, Pharmac Pharmacy. Okay, so they just signed a letter of intent. How y'all feel about a letter of intent? Does that make you just want to just go and sell your house? Let's see. AHI. Let's see. AHI. Advanced Health Intelligence, based out of Washington, South Perth, Washington. That's not Washington, is it? Australia, my bad. I was looking at WA, I'm thinking Washington. Australia. Advanced Health Intelligence Limited operates as a mobile application and technology development company in Australia and internationally. It develops and patents Body Scan, a proprietary measurement dimensioning technology that enables end user to check and assess body dimensions using a smartphone. The company also provides Face Scan, for measuring vital signs and risk associated with cardiovascular disease, heart attack, and stroke, and DermaScan, the dermatological scanner, or a dermatological scanner. It serves mobile health and telehealth, life and health insurance, fitness and wellness, and consumer apparel sectors. The company was formerly known as Advanced Human Imaging Limited, and changed its name to Advanced Health Intelligence Limited in December 2022. Advanced Health Intelligence Limited was incorporated in 2014 and is based in South Perth, Australia. Let's go look at these statistics and stuff. So the float is about 15.24 million. We will cross-check that with other places to make sure. Not really a lot of insiders or institutions based on what Yahoo has here. Operating a little bit negative cash flow. What, 10.78 million in cash flow? Let's jump over here to financials. And you know what? This doesn't even matter. If this thing's going to be good, if it's going to be strong or whatever, it's going to continue going up. So we don't need to, I mean, if you're going to be day trading, you don't need to jump into all of its financials. We want to look at what's happening today. Why is this thing picking to come over $2 today? What is this? But if you're doing a longer term trade, yeah, you definitely want to jump into that. AHI. Okay, no kind of shelf registrations. Let's jump over to FinViz. So over here it says the float is 13.67 million shares outstanding. It is not shortable. It is not optionable. Apparently, I don't know how true that is. That looks like it's true. Let's jump over here to short squeeze. If it's not shortable, let's see. AHI, short interest, short shares float, short interest. So why do they have short percent? Somebody's lying. Okay, so current shares short 79,000. Okay, whatever. When was this updated? 20-minute delay. So it was definitely updated during market open. Okay, and this one, the halt was at 9:46, so it should be opening up in 5 minutes, which would be what, 9:51:29 in a little bit. So we'll see. Do your own research if you're gonna play this one. It does have a lot of volume behind it. Let me go back up to OCEA, which is not came down to that first level of the 675 and did get a little bounce off that first level. Does not mean it's done going down. It's just a level that was the beginning of the gap. 675 and it bounced all the way back up to the 713s there, right? So definitely, there was some people that took a risk there. They were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and take this first bounce and see what happens. It's coming into the gap. We'll see what happens. But it is still red on the day and still has a lot of potential to go down. Let me jump back up to I didn't even add it over here. Really? Come on now. AHI just opened up. AHI hit a top up here of the 263s and now it's halted on the way down, looks like. Yeah. Okay. So AHI again, it says it's not shorted, and then on the short squeeze, it's got shares short. So I don't know whose line. I don't know what's going on with that one. Something's wrong. It says it's not shortable, not optionable. So let's see. Microsoft continuing down. I only got a couple of minutes left on the stream. I got to get to my meeting this morning. Rivian. Oh my goodness. Daniel B, did you get this one? I called out Rivian a little bit earlier, but boy, a whole dollar move there, or well, kind of a dollar. I guess from the top it will be a dollar. Dollar move down, but definitely getting a nice little splash down on Rivian. Microsoft, the SPY coming down. Yeah, Trader says somebody said OCL. Yeah, Trader Blaze said he wouldn't trust it. Just quick scalps. Yeah, getting in and out, playing the momentum. Let's see, let me check this real quick. Riot, Microsoft. It's not on there anymore. But yeah, I'll definitely be watching OCL throughout the day, and AHI. I don't know where it wants to go. It's halted down right now. The thing is, if we look at the past history of AHI, and this is why we go back to the daily chart first, this thing had gapped up quite a bit. And so these halts that are coming in, they could be a smaller version of what has happened on a larger scale. So you got to be careful with it. Where it's going to open up, could open up under 2, could open up anywhere it wants to, but definitely be careful on those type of tickers that have inconsistencies in the data across different platforms. I guess that's what makes small caps sketchy, right? Those inconsistencies. All right, so Riot coming on up, back over 12, pumping. I have about 5 minutes left on the stream. If you guys are not a part of the Discord, I can drop that. That's where we pretty much talk off stream. We continue to analyze the market, but I definitely have to get to this meeting in just a little bit. I will drop that link here shortly to the Discord. Great, and copy. And so that is the link to the Discord. OCA jumping back up there now. Very quickly up there to 750s. Let me look at this one on the daily chart. If we look on this one on the daily chart, really didn't reach exactly the point that we were talking about, but did get under the 7 and try to get to that level. So still red on the day. We'll see how it does throughout the day. But looking like it was gonna be strong. That was a nice pull up from the 682 bottom clip all the way back up here to the 740s. And this is what we want to look for. It's something that is consistently giving the gains that we want. So right now, OCA's average true range is 80 cents. 80 cents per 15. The way that I have it coded is average true range is based on the last 2 hours of 15-minute candles. So how much range was in those candles? And right now it's at 85 cents. So if you're targeting, hey, let's see if we can get 10 cents. Looks like it's giving 10 cents pretty consistently. If you're looking for 20 cents, it's looking like it's giving 20 cents pretty consistently. But you still have to implement your full risk management system so that you don't get your back blown out, right? Get your shoes taken on the day. Jump back over here, and we can see it coming back up here to this 780 level, but this hour candle hasn't closed, but this is a very strong buy up in here. All the way, almost all the way back green, going green now. From that 675 level that I was like, that's a questionable level, don't really know what it is. Hey, looks like they made their decision, right? Somebody took that risk. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you like the content, definitely hit the like button, and if you really like it, consider subscribing. I will be back. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Of course, Monday we did not have trading. And I want to get back to Tuesday, Thursday streaming, but those days I have contracts out. I'm pretty much in the IT sector, work on computers for the majority part of the day. And so that's what allows me to be at the computer streaming and doing this kind of stuff because I can continue to work. But definitely, yep. Getting ready for the meet, yep. All right, so yeah, definitely check out the content. If you have any questions or anything like that, definitely bring it to the Discord. We post pretty much everything in the Discord. We have full conversations. You'll see me and Rooster going at each other's neck in there. So definitely come and check it out. And as always, appreciate you guys again. About to sign off. Y'all have a great day. Keep your head on a swivel. Definitely keep up with the full market environment that we are having to trade in and implement your risk management system. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.